time for today's American Pharoah Confidential.
Okay.
We're going to find out what's going on with the Kentucky Derby champ. Are you ready?
I'm curious.
Okay, well, last year, California Chrome, we found out, always ate those horse cookies. That was
Right, and then Nick Hines had one on the air.
His treat, yeah.
Yeah.
I would say I would be more of the California Chrome, and you're the American Pharoah. He's more of a health nut. It's carrots.
Well, we have a physique like that.
Carrots.
Pretty obvious.
For American Pharoah. So he doesn't indulge into the cookies.
That's why he has such good vision, too, American Pharoah, because the carrots. What are we looking at here, Dave?
It's a tweet.
Okay, yeah.
And another tweet.
Okay, Baffert feeding American Pharoah, the thing that he loves to eat most.
And usually
some carrots.
It's after a win. So it's
right.
more of a
He won the
reward.
Derby, here's some carrots.
Yeah. So he's healthy.
So it's kind of Pavlovian is what they do with him. You do well, then we'll give you a reward.
And aside from American Pharoah, remember Bob Baffert has Dortmund as well. Both horses went to the track today. They're still at Churchill Downs. We'll be making the trip over shortly. But Dortmund took to the track earlier. And there's a look at American Pharoah winning in front of what now we know is a record crowd of over 170,000.
Record crowd on Oaks Day, record crowd on Derby Day, handle and way up, on track.
Perfect weather had
all sorts.
Everything to do with that. I mean, everybody wanted to get out
perfect weather,
there.
and I think a horse that people were hearing about being a superstar, and you had Baffert and Pletcher involved in the mix. I think all that together, that's why you had the great handle, the great turnout.
Hey, that's my tweet. Well, that's a retweet.
Oh, okay.
Frank Miramotti. This was actually before the Kentucky Derby where Mr. Zayat and his son Justin were waiting for American Pharoah to work out. Now, Justin is a student at New York University.
Very good college. And very good at school.
Rumor has it. Rumor has it.
Yeah.
When he got back to class today, he basically got a standing O from
Really?
all of his classmates and fellow students were cheering.
Who says that kids and young people aren't fans of racing, huh?
That's right.
Huh? Everyone says, oh, your average racing fan, 50 and over, blah, blah, blah. Standing ovation to college kids where he attends school at NYU.
And then Frank Miramotti with the great photo bomb there in the winner's circle. He's wearing the black hat if you don't recognize him.
Right, and you can see Frankie, so he actually is floating. He's just literally on cloud nine, like Mr. Zayat told us yesterday.
Now, it all started early for Justin and his father. He was in about 8th grade.
Right.
When Mr. Zayat
13, 14.
bought a couple of horses.
Uh-huh.
And then a little bit after that, he bought about a dozen more horses. Mm-hmm. And Justin really just became glued to learning everything that he could about the sport. He would go to the backstretch and talk to the trainers, whether it be Dale Romans or Bob Baffert, and ask questions and try to learn as much as he could about, behind the scenes, and obviously trying to read the form and understand handicapping the horses as well. And look where they've grown to now.
I mean, if you're a smart kid, which he is, he goes to NYU University. You have a really smart father who loves the game, so you can learn from Dad. You have the access to be on the backside, to pick the brain of Hall of Fame trainers like Bob Baffert. So you have this love for something. You have the access. You have the dad who's really involved in it. You're bright to begin with. Yeah, it all adds up to somebody with passion and somebody who, has grown up with the sport and the thing that he's loved more than anything else.
By the way, Justin said he got around 700 phone calls right after the Derby.
Yeah, I'm looking right here. Just blew up his iPhone right after the Derby.
So that's today's American Pharoah Confidential.
And apparently the only other thing I think we left out was the fact that the top 3, Dortmund, Firing Line, American Pharoah, plan on going to Baltimore on Wednesday for the Saturday Preakness. So 3 days out, that's when the big 3, your top 3 in the Kentucky Derby, will arrive in Maryland.